news came out that Larry King, not too long before his death, wrote his 9th wife out of his will because she was hee-hoo. The old, when I say hee-hoo, I mean having sex with the youngest son's Little League coach. Is that correct?
Yeah, getting the old fly ball treatment, if you will.
I was like mid-drink in my beer, man. God damn it.
Sorry. No, I need... Okay, do you have all the details in this story? Because the only reason I believe this story, because Larry King was married how many times? This ain't his first fucking rodeo. He's been old since 1973. He's been married, like, I think 6 more times since 1973.
Yeah.
I can totally see him keeping up on his wills, like, of who gets what. And if he found out in, like, the last year or so that, you know, his wife was banging the third base coach on fucking Lester McMillan and Sons down at the old Rising Sun Fire Hall, like, I could totally see him grabbing a fucking cocktail napkin and penning something out. I just want to know who benefits from her not benefiting, and if that person needs to be investigated. I think if you see who else is getting the money that's not her, and it looks legit, then I buy the story 100%.
So it was a handwritten note. I don't remember the dates. He was hospitalized, but I don't think it was on his deathbed. I think he was having a surgery done not too long before he died.
He had COVID. He got COVID, and come on. We're talking about a guy who smoked 7 packs a day less than 10 years ago.
My point is, he handwrote a letter that basically said, updating his will, and said, I want all my possessions and everything that I'm leaving behind distributed evenly among my children, and he named them. It was like 6 or 7 of them. And then he had 2 witnesses sign. Then it was printed out, an official legal document, letterhead, et cetera, et cetera. Didn't explain any of this. My wife was, getting to second, third, and then home base with the Little League coach. So fuck her or anything like that. I did find it interesting that, he was married 9 times to 8 women. And one of those gals was twice. And it was like the 3rd and 5th marriage. Think about how fucking weird that is, that you get married, you get divorced, you married someone else, you get divorced, and then you meet back up with number 3 wife, and you rekindle the romance so much so that you get married again, only to be divorced a fucking second time. God, that's weird.
The Grover Cleveland of wives. No, but I mean, come on. If somebody's married 9 times, okay, the getting the Ferris Bueller treatment at the altar, I mean, is it really that weird? To get married 9 times is weird. The fact that you maybe like had regrets and were like, maybe that one was the one. That just does, of all this, it doesn't seem the strangest of all tales told.
Sure, Yes, I get what you're saying, and I know that fucking Liz Taylor and Dick, what the hell was his name? They got married a few times. Yeah, I think it was 3 times.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did something similar. But I think when she married him the last time, they were married till she died.
Like for good. Yeah.
Well, till he died.
If you double marry, I think you got to stick with it.
Yeah, that second go around.
Yeah, that second time. Yeah, I think you
getting married. Go ahead.
So, what's even stranger than marrying the 3rd wife for the 5th time is the fact he got married 4 more times after that.
Right.
There's people out there that don't get married once.
Yeah.
This guy got married 9 times. At what point does it really like mean anything?
There's also because my grandfather, my grandmother passed away. My grandfather then started dating someone. About 3 or 4 years after my grandmother passed away, and considered marrying her. And my mom and sister said, like, no, you don't do that. You don't. There's no need to do that. And he basically kind of said, well, if I'm going to be dating someone like this, I'm going to marry him. And that's kind of the thread that he was cut from. Like, I'm not going to be courting someone in this manner, and not be blessed before the eyes of God, I guess. And my mom and her sister kind of explained, like, it's a different age. You don't have to do that. You don't have to get married, especially after you were married for 62 fucking years. Like, it's fine, Dad. You're okay. And he took their advice, but I know deep down he was like, oh, yeah, fucking fuck. Maybe Larry was like, nope, I'm dating you. We're getting married eventually.
Yeah, makes me wonder how many chicks did he bang? Did he just bang these 8 chicks in his life? It was like, nope, we got to get married. I'm gonna stick the old king inside you.
You don't get married and divorced that many times and remarried if you ain't just stupping everything around. Interns at CNN, whatever. Anything he could get his hands on, I'm fairly certain.
God, can you imagine some like young fucking 21-year-old? I'm not saying that happened, but can you imagine him hitting on her and her just like, ugh.
Dude, that guy had to have some game, some A+ game. He looked like a frog. He talked like a frog. He wore disgusting like green suspenders like his entire adult life. Like 7 packs of cigarettes. Imagine just what he smelled like. His farts smelled like Marlboros.
Right?
He had to be spitting some game, dude. I don't know what it was. I'd love to be Larry King's wingman back in like the mid 80s, just to see how he was slanging that around.
He's a funny dude. You know what I mean? You make him laugh. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good tool to have in your toolbox.
Right.
And he was on television. So
yeah. So let me ask you this. Okay.
Down.
So if his farts smelled like Marlboros, magician or illusionist?
Ooh. Oh, it definitely wasn't an illusion. I guarantee they smelled like Marlboros.
Marlboro Reds.